everybody. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Damage Control. This is Mookie, joined with Darth Beaver, as always here on our Sunday mornings. And we're definitely going to go ahead and just do our usual, talk about Marvel Strike Force and kind of go over the weekly events that we've experienced within the past week. And also talk about things that are within the horizon for what's upcoming to kind of help you guys and help remind ourselves on what to prepare for. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. Definitely exciting time. So let's go ahead and introduce Darth. How are you doing, Darth?
Good, I'm doing good.
All right, man. So Darth, before I kind of dig deep into the whole show, I just want to first give a shout out to everybody that's been complimenting us or watching us. So we appreciate that. And it kind of, it does kind of push me a little bit. It's funny how that kind of happens because I know you and we've said it many times. But for those that start subscribing or kind of watching it for the first time, this is just us kicking the can. We don't label ourselves as true content creators, but there is some stuff that we do that we should be sharing. And I say that because that one video that took off within the Gamma team, we always talk about being mindful about our recordings and trying to share it. So that kind of pushes me to do that. But I appreciate you guys watching that. And again, giving even suggestions and stuff like that because they want to see us do. I guess they want to see us pop off or something like that. So thanks again. So anyways, let me bring up. I'm trying to think my order. I think I just want to jump down into it, Darth, and it's all about what you've been doing. So this is what, like last week, we were talking about the whole Scourge event, and I just want to highlight again to make sure that, I give you your flowers, Darth, because I'm very proud of you and what your efforts are, man. You definitely, hit within, I don't know, is this the right score? Were you in the top? Is this your final
That's
score?
it.
Okay.
That was my final score.
Yeah, and I know you had a blast with it, and I'm gonna upload the show, and it'll be some up here, probably right within this scene. It'll be up on the top where you can get the link if you want the full breakdown about Darth's, experience. But again, I just wanted to recap it because again, give you your flowers and your efforts, but also the way you and Furyk and our team were just pushing each other back and forth. It was something that I just definitely, like talking about and thinking about. So I brought that up again. But then the next thing over here on the current event was this lady, the Spider Weaver. And this is a screenshot that you shared with me, and I'm making it public because we can't see within your roster, right? But I guess my question for you right off the bat as you kind of look at your star level, are you still stuck at that 199?
No. That was yesterday morning. I purchased extra raid energy to get one more orb.
Nice.
Just to stop there would have been silly.
I get you. Yeah, no, I figured. I just thought I asked. So you got her at full 6 yellow,
Yes.
and you got the 5 red. And one of the blog posts today is talking about her in the Elite store, or I should say on Friday's blog post. But so what you're gonna do with your Elite credits?
Oh, I'm gonna promote her as soon as I see her.
Yeah,
Six star, absolutely. Just like Kestrel and Deathpool,
yeah,
scopely character, and even at that she's kit based and infinitely useful, and she's stat crept. So she's kit based and stat crept right now. So she's one of those OP characters that I don't see you can invest in too much right now, especially since she's required for the Apocalypse Saga.
yeah. No, she's an exciting character, and it's crazy because I think we may have talked about it on the last show. Again, I didn't go back and edit it, but even within the game modes that you plug her into an Alliance War, Cosmic Crucible,
Tower.
oh, you know what?
She's a tower queen.
You know what? That's hilarious that you brought that up. So who do you pair her up with? Do you just put her with other spiders?
For the past 2 nights, I've been using her and the Tangled Web with Cloak and Dagger, just that 5 piece. And it's worked out exceptionally well.
Okay.
She's amazing. She's just amazing.
Yeah.
And Cloak and Dagger are good if they get off, and she allows them to get off.
Yeah. Let's take a look at that. I mean, that's a good little segue here that I want to go ahead and jump into. It's about the tower mode. And that's what's going on this week. I mean, this has kind of been the highlight for me after, with the Scourge. We transitioned into this particular game mode, and it's funny because in past shows, I've been kind of been the one that's like, I'm like, I'm not too grindy about it, but and I'm back in the office, and here I am being grindy about it, in my grind. I haven't done my full blown run yet. It was funny. This is my first attempt at going at floor 91, and I still got a lot of teams to kind of go into here to start trying to build my way up before reset.
Hmm.
So this was kind of a test. I knew it just wasn't going to work out, but I know if I jump back over to into what you got over here, let's pull up your info. Let's see, because this is where you're at, Darth.
Hmm. I'm
Right, you're
stuck.
at 95.
I'm stuck.
I was trying to help you and get some tips this morning as I kind of do my research, my 15 minutes of research I do before the show because I'm that knee deep into doing this. But I was looking at Dorky Dad's channel, and there were some people here that were kind of talking about the same exact room that you're stuck on. So you're not alone. And I guess for those watching, y'all can always chime in. But I guess what I had saw, and I'm trying to find it here on the side. But what I saw, Darkhold. Did you try Darkhold on 95? That was kind of like three people said that that's what they used.
I did not have my Darkhold available for 95 last night.
Okay.
I had used them. I think I used them on the floor you were on 91, just because I wanted to easy clap those Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
tried. I can't remember. I tried two or three teams. That team on there was the last team I tried. That was basically my leftover mess. So it was my last good team with a few leftover characters, and I was trying to do something to that team. That team doesn't look nearly as tough as it is, but like that team on 95 is rough. That Dormammu and Doom combination is gross.
And with the teal gear, what I heard on the little chat that was going on in the discussion of this particular floor is that the resistance is pretty high. They couldn't get any debuffs on them.
Yeah.
So, quick here, just so you can see what I'm looking at. Discord info. Did it pop up? I think you may see it.
Yeah, I see that. I
Yeah,
see that.
so you see that. So someone used this Dormammu with the Eternals, Red Hulk, and Kestrel. Because if you look right below
Okay.
it, that's where 95 was. They just completed it, and now it's on cooldown, jumping up to 96.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's interesting, man. I mean, everybody, obviously they're jumping into it, and it's been fun. I guess overall, I mean, it's just, I guess what I'll let you kind of talk about the take. I mean, this is kind of the pros is just the game itself, right? What you're playing on, you're just kind of loving the
Hmm.
challenge. Then you got the other side of the community that are talking about the lack of rewards. I mean, how do you feel about the rewards? I mean, is that something that you? I mean, obviously you
I
want
don't.
them to reward, but does it kind of hinder your attitude?
Nope. It doesn't hinder my attitude one bit because of the amount of fun the tower provides, and that's the thing I don't think the community quite understands. They're so reward based and gimme based that once you have a really fun mode like this tower mode, um, you you've got it locked up. Like it's the opportunity to use every single thing in your tool bag, every single toy. So the first 2 days are pretty boring. Actually, there's a lot of simming and a lot of just getting up to into the 60s and then getting set up for your next few days. And then once, for me personally, once I get into floor 70, 75, then it starts to get really fun because now you're not using even 30 teams. Now you're down to maybe 15 to 20 teams, and so you're conglomerating all your best characters and you're using your best theory crafting and you're mashing up a lot of characters you never get to play with. Again, I used my hero as guardians a lot on tower mode, the full team, and they were fun. God, it's fun to watch Thor blow people up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's just it. I'm having a lot of fun with a lot of teams that I don't get to play with too much. So I'm actually getting to see a lot of my investment.
Yeah, no, you hit it, and that's the reality of what we started downloading the game for, right? It's just to play a game.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I didn't do it because I thought the company was going to mess up and give me compensation every 3 days.
yeah, yeah. All right. Well then, that's that within the mode. Now, something that I don't know. I think the little highlight kind of jumped up on the screen here a little bit, but it was something else that you had accomplished and shared with me that I wanted to pass over, and I did want to talk about this in particular. But here's your arena rank. You actually outlasted
Hey,
it at all.
that's right. That was last night. I made it through the leapfrogs and everything.
Yeah. So,
Um, it's such a pain that I don't ever do that. Like, for me to actually achieve one at the end of a day is crazy because usually I'm done with my attacks by at least an hour before um, the reset. So for me to actually get first was really surprising. And I found it to be really easy to climb as high as I want to climb now. That everybody runs the same team. Everybody runs the Horseman, Emma, and Dormammu on their defense. Occasionally, I see a Spider Weaver thrown in there, and as powerful as she is, she doesn't change the outcome of the matches. Um, I find it very easy to. I find it easier to win that match than I found it to win a Dormhold match.
and who are you going in with again? Like, who's your offensive attack?
I just mirror. I do an exact mirror because the team's so powerful. It works. It works. I think it works better on offense than defense because it doesn't really matter who goes first if you're in control.
I've been slipping, man. I probably do like two arena attacks a day. Like, I haven't
I
used all
see.
full five.
Okay, everybody in the top 20 of my shard has number 14, and they're all between 1.1 and 1.4 million.
Oh, wow. But you're saying you do mirror it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I use that exact team as a mirror
Okay. And
and get Red Hulk off their damn board as quick as you can.
are you punching up, or is your team that strong? Or
I'm right in there. Mine is like 1.13, so I'm right. I'm at the low end of it, but I'm there. I mean, I have a 7 red Morgan Le Fay, so that pumps your score by 100K,
okay.
and
And
I have a 6-star Hulk, so it's like I have a little bit extra stars than some people.
so it seems like the core group, as I look into it here, is going to be your obviously your Rogue and your Morgan Le Fay and Dormammu, and then it kind of picks the plug, like you kind of mentioned earlier. Spider Weaver sometimes jumps in there. You got Red Hulk over here, and then I guess some people want to still try to do the speed manipulation, by either throwing Emma or maybe the Eternals. Um,
You
any
throw Emma
particular
in
ones
there,
give you more like? Does any of them give them you trouble? I mean, obviously, I mean you're at number one, but I mean, anyone
no,
like you kind
and
of
that's the
hate
thing.
seeing?
Since Red Hulk came out, I've had no problem climbing. He actually is on my offensive team. I think the team I use for offense is great, and I wouldn't use Emma myself if I didn't want to at least 50% of the time get to go first. Because you can lose the match off the bat. I think it's pretty hard to do. And it all depends on if they're Red Hulk, who their Red Hulk focuses, and then if they tunnel that person out.
Okay, kind of curious about jumping in here and doing it,
Because
but okay, because I know
uh,
I've fallen off to 20, like in the 20 range, and that's still your usual dorm hole teams, even like the way I have mine set up on defense. So I haven't like upped it. But who do you use on your defense?
the same.
The
It's
same.
I changed it all with everybody else, and at that point, literally, when you get down that far, it's sometimes it's the target itself, and sometimes I think people choose to not attack my 7 red Morgan Le Fay. I think that's just what it comes down to, or she resists, or she does something nasty so that I don't fall nearly as far.
Yeah.
When I had my dorm hold on there, I was down and that's the thing. Last week I was down into like 50. I think I collected the 50 reward once. And so I had to, it takes a couple days to work back down. And since I changed my defense, it's held much better. And I don't understand why, because I'm having such a reasonably easy time climbing up through teams that are the exact team I have.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, good information, man. Thanks for sharing, Darth. Yeah, so this one right here, it was kind of straight to the point. I mean, the feel off of it is just like letting us know what's going on this current week, and really not talking about any hints or rumors or characters, which we're going to talk about ourselves and what I found out. And I'll share here within the rumor section of our show. But this coming week, I mean, the big one right here, there's two parts, really. It's number one, I guess depending on what your preferences are, but to me, it's going to be about Rogue. She's coming back, so you're going to get the second round of going at her to garner her, unlock her or get more stars and so forth to get her ready for her Apocalypse Saga event. So she comes out, and I'm trying to find my notes here. Maybe I didn't. I think it's on Thursday. Yeah. So she comes out on Thursday. And of course, that's all about Young Avengers as far as can being a key team. I'm trying to. Here it is right here in this section of the blog post. And let's blow it up. But this one here, I know this is the one that you kind of had, some stuff that you had to deal with. And are you feeling like you're gonna have the time for this one, or like what's your excitement level about the second run?
I didn't have a whole bunch of fun the first time. I found it to be the most difficult of the scourges for me, but I think it came at a time where I was super busy in my life, as where the other two didn't. So I'm hoping that I will find the same kind of joy that I found in the other two scourge events this time around with the famine event.
Yeah. Okay. So that's coming again. That's coming out on October 13th, which is it says 2 p.m. Pacific time. I guess that's it's funny. It's like almost like they got like two resets now, right? They got like an
Hmm.
event drop that happens at 2 p.m. and then they got the server reset that happens what like 2 hours later or 3 hours later, around five. So that's that. But the one I kind of skipped over right here in the beginning, it's all about also the second. This is like the actual new milestone event, and it's the Helicarrier Clash. And this one is all about alliances, your alliance war, your alliance credits, and then individually, which I kind of like they added the little blitz side of it for the I don't want to say tryhards, but the ones that are grinding. So you can kind of get some rewards that way, but it's some serious grind if you're going to be blitzing at it. So kind of what I want to do is just really just jump into the point system. So the war battles, each war battle that you do doesn't say win or lose. It's going to get you 500 points towards this event. And the key thing that you're trying to hit within this milestone is right around the 27, I think, the organic watching. I mean, this is like towards the not miles, but the Spider 2099 month long event. So these highlighted parts are kind of like to me are what you're targeting. So maybe 28 is what you're looking for to get some of the other splice spider genes. And but the big ones, if you start pushing past that 28 number, which I mean, then it's just more training modules and more, teal gear and so forth. But anyways, back on the point system here. So again, I'm probably going to be looking at purchasing, refreshing the Blitz store, and definitely just trying to get the war energy going so I can. What is it? Is it 14 that you can cap out at? I think.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I'll go full blown on that, and then but also the biggest other side note is getting your gamma off of defense because using gamma and A force is going to earn you 200 points for each of those battles. And I think the time frame on when this drops is on Monday, so you'll be or we would be able to get. I think everybody should be able to get their three war, battles in there for this whole thing. Uh, but this other, I was kind of talking to Darth off before we started recording this about the Valhalla. I was talking to Darth about like on Duartic was kind of he has a full video here about the point system and how to jump on there, and it's like about saving your alliance credits if you did that in advance, which I have not. But my boy Darth is starting to hoard stuff, so I'm proud of
Dude,
him.
all the time. Fucking mailbox meta.
So he has some stuff that he can open and jump ahead a little bit on here. But I think there's also a web event that's going to happen. I just can't see it on the blog post. But typically within these events, they always have something mirroring it. So just definitely be mindful to jump onto that. I want to say that it is a Valhalla org that you get on the web milestone. So take a look over there. Despite the spider space is just about the quick rumble, so this is just the rumble events as far as using your symbiotes. But again, it's all the reward system. It ties into it because again, when you're blitzing for the helicarrier event, you're earning some points towards it. And one of the things that also that caught my eye about this blog post was the fact that they're changing the point reward system. And they're talking about in the past, like when you would win, they give you like 10 blitz credits and you'll see it up on top after you get your victory. But now they're saying that they're going to be doing like I guess an RNG where you have the chance of ranging from 10 blitz credits to the total jackpot of 1,000 credits. And that's going to be updated on Monday as well once this event rolls out, which I think is pretty cool. So hopefully RNG gods are in your favor. Because if you hit that jackpot of 100 credits, again, that's going to just bolster these credits towards the milestone points. So that's something to be mindful of, especially if you want to grind. So we talk about Rogue. What else? Mojo. This is what we kind of talked about it last week, but it is more now in writing, in which Mojo's Mayhem already kicked off, and we got Heartless as being the feature character. Strike Pass is going to be the two-headed approach of Wong and Elsa Bloodstone, and that's going to be coming out on October 12th, which I think is on a Wednesday. And as we mentioned with Dart's grind push that he did with his Spider Weaver, she is the Elite Store, the new person jumping onto the Elite Store credits. So definitely, I don't know if you're going to be refreshing cores off of it, Darth, but um,
No, no, no. I refreshed enough cores to get her to 6 star.
I want to say it's big news. Maybe it's not, but I think it is. But it's about the rumors. So let me talk about this. So this has just been leaking out. We talked about it last week. I showed Darth, and like you see how this image got updated now, Darth. When I showed this to you last week, there was like some blank heads in there,
Mm-hmm.
but the new heads that popped up on here is I already forgot what he's called. Dark Beast. Dark Beast popped on here, and then so did this zombie Iron Man. And the best way that I would just kind of show or what recommend this boy right here, Tana, our favorite rumor guy. Yeah, he just leaked out a video this Sunday morning, and you can definitely, I'm sure it's gonna start spiking up pretty fast. But he went in really in depth. It's just crazy because I mean, it's what he says even within his Discord and that kind of channels is that this is not like so much a rumor per se. This is a leaked information. So he's sharing the leak that came out. And what came all about it here earlier, like the day before, was that on MSF.gg, and I haven't uploaded my rosters. Have you gone up there to kind of to
No.
coordinate? Yeah, I haven't done that yet. The new update on MSF.gg allows you to have your roster, boom, come on there, and it's all kind of is on there for you to use as a second kind of management. But at the bottom, as you're looking through your roster, this is how this came about. At the very bottom, just like in the end game roster, you can kind of see who the new characters are that are within the current patch. Well, they showed the new characters within next patch. And that's how the leak started coming out. So on the far left is that Black Panther, and apparently he's going to be part of the War Dogs team. With the far right person over here with Nakia.
Hmm.
So that's going to be kind of the two current people of War Dogs, and I'm sure there's going to be some fillers. But that 1 apparently is like 1 million BC, something like that. It's the way Tana explains it. And then the person next to the Black Panther, the Dark Beast, that's Dark Beast, for the mutant. And what that rumor is, as we go back into these screens here, is that it's going to be part of the Death Horseman team, which is Archangel as the fourth horseman. So that's all within here. And it's funny because during the week, as the rumors are just kind of really all week. Anyone that follows the rumors, I mean, this has just really been boiling and taking off, and it hits its fever pitch on Friday evening or on Saturday, and then carrying over here on Sunday morning with Tana's new video. So it had me want to look at an insight at our boy Miles. You even brought him up. You're like, man, I hope they have a rework with Magneto. And it's always like, this is kind of jokingly, but this is a screenshot of our boy Miles. Not really, but
Mm-hmm.
no, this is someone else. Someone else on the Discord, on Mimball's Discord. I don't know who this is roster, but it's just funny. Whoever it is, they're all in. And it was probably Mimball himself. But it just had me giggle because that's what we saw Miles in our in-game messages with all the updates that he was doing. And as you
Mm-hmm.
see, go back into it. Yeah, so that's going to be two characters within the Horsemen. And then it's just, they said that they are going to be a mutant raid team. So, and Tana goes into the whole kits and everything, man. I mean, it's full blown. Take it how you want. I mean, if anything, it makes me a little bit more comfortable to kind of start like kind of looking at where I can kind of fill in some upgrades here and there. But if anything else, start being mindful about your mutant resources. I mean, that's all I would say is just definitely start being mindful on those upgrades, especially those that are still running their Dark Dimension 5s and stuff like that. Just, I don't know. In the past, some people would jump with Jubilee. I would tell those people to kind of pause and look at some other direction. Probably, Magneto now, right? You can put him on DD5. Legendary.
If that's it, absolutely you can. That's the best next legendary to do. It would be the Four Horsemen plus Magneto
Hmm.
because they're all needed for Apocalypse at that point.
Yeah. So then, yeah, this is, I don't know about the undead team. I'll let you kind of talk. I mean, when you see this, I know I talked to you about it before. I mean, what is your feel? I mean, do you kind of get amped up excitement? Do you go a little bit on caution? Like, kind of, I kind of want to know what your brain is thinking,
The Undead team,
or all
I'm
of it. I
excited
guess
because
all the
okay.
rumors. Yeah.
Um, I'm not gonna overinvest in any of it. I'm excited that I have a 6 red star Psylocke. I'm excited that I have a 6 red star Hela that's at gear 15 already. Like the Fantastic Four rework. I mean, all my Fantastic Four I think are at least gear 13, so they're not far. Um, if a rework happens and makes them OP, um, I don't. I try not to invest too much in reworks. Try not to put too much into it. I'd say on a personal level, I'm excited to see Iron Man Zombie there. Every character that comes out of the What If series is going to make me happy. I still think that's a super good and undervalued series in the Marvel universe.
Yeah. Okay. You make me want to rewatch it because I was one of those that was feeling underwhelmed, but my daughter was on the same page with you. She was like, I love it. Especially
hmm
when she, what was that one movie that came out with like Heartless Strange? Um,
hmm
yeah, so she was
The new
loving it.
Doctor Strange movie. Yeah, oh yeah, Heartless is awesome, dude.
Yeah,
And it's cool that show is cool because it comes across like episodes and then they all tie together at the end, so it feels like you watched a mini series,
yeah, man.
like a
Damn,
true
it's
like
like you had
it's
a,
a one big overarching story. I really enjoyed it. Like I thought it was great, and I
yeah,
could watch, and my daughter will watch it with me because it's animated.
awesome. Yeah, no, it's like you had a conversation with my daughter too, man. I mean, that's exactly how she hit it. Y'all summarized it the same way, and and I haven't finished watching She-Hulk, man. I guess ever after that twerking episode with her and Megan Thee Stallion made my
Hmm.
boy start twerking. I was like, dude, calm down. That was the last part of our show within the rumors. So with that being said, we'll close it off from there. Hope you guys enjoy the week. Hope you enjoy everything within the gameplay coming up. And y'all take it easy. And we'll catch y'all next Sunday for another episode of the Damage Control. All right, bye bye.